Hi, this is Steve H here. I'm here with Michael Perry. We're just going to do a brief overview on the new graph search, the new Facebook graph search, or relatively new, and what it can do for small businesses. Michael, you and I sort of had to talk about this before, and I thought I'll try and keep it as short as I can, but it's quite exciting, isn't it?
It is, definitely.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
So I'll just get into this here. So this is basically the graph search. If people don't have this, there's ways of getting this graph search. Some people don't have it, and people contact me, I'll tell them how to get it up and running. It's just a setting in Facebook. Anyway, so you can see these guys have got 2,400 likes. Now, you know what, just before we get onto this, you know my feeling with likes, Michael, you have to be you have to be making use of these likes. So really, even before you get to this stage, you need to be looking at ways, of interacting with these people. But, we'll cover that later. But what we can do in here is we can go in here and we go people who like. Okay, so we can bring these people up. Now, what you should be doing also is looking at zooming into the city where you want to be targeting. So there's quite a few people in here that like this, but obviously it's saying more than 1,000 because there's 2,400. So realistically, you could actually zoom in and target these people. See, one of the things that people are confused about now is they think that just because they post something on their timeline or whatever on their page, that it's going to be seen by all the people that have liked their page. That's a terrible mistake because it's just not happening. I mean, we've discussed this at length, Michael. It just doesn't happen. Facebook's blatantly saying that hey, that part that is disappearing. There's that many pages out there. How can they possibly do that? Because people are liking so many different pages. So the only way to do it is to actually zoom in and use some tactics to get in front of these people. And all of these people have got UIDs. I can actually even get into closed groups and get members' IDs, but that's another conversation. But the beauty of this is that let's say that you communicated with these people, you can expand this. And we actually, when we started this, we were looking for a smaller page, like of 400 or 500 people, but I couldn't find something that was, that I wanted to show you. So we just started off with Brisbane BMW again. But what you can also do in this is you can go to friends of people. Okay, now this is the exciting part. So, let's say that you've got a fairly small group of fans, of likes or whatever on a page. Let's say you can start with 50 or 30 or whatever. You can get those friends and then get the friends of those friends, and then when you've communicated with them and they're actually coming and liking your page, you can then expand that out to the next group and expand that out to the next group. So your circle of influence slowly goes out as you grow your page, and you're doing it intentionally with targeted ads. Does that make sense, Maurice?
Oh, it definitely makes sense, and you've shown me a little bit of that stuff, and that's very, very powerful and very targeted.
Yeah, it's amazing what you can do with this stuff. I mean, I've got a tool that I'm actually built right now, which enables us to gather all those UIDs. I don't think I've even shown you this, Michael, but it's nearly finished, and I'll be putting this on the market for local businesses, or for me to use myself. Actually, I've developed it primarily for myself. And then what it enables you to do, so I can actually gather those UIDs, and then we can import those into the back of Facebook, which Facebook allows you to do. So this is all actually being promoted by Facebook because they want us to be using these, they want us to be advertising. So there's actually an area in the back of Facebook. If we go in to, there's a few different ways to get into it. I won't cover that here. We're running out of time. If we start getting into producing ads, but I mean, just with this, I mean, there's so much can be done with this. So let's look at another page. Maybe we'll look at your at Mina's page down there. What do you think?
Yeah. And just while you're doing that, Steve, what I find powerful here is not just for established businesses, but ones that are starting up and they've only got a small group. With what you can do, you can build up that like page, very quickly.
Yeah, well, this is Mina's page. Obviously, starting with this. And it's a very targeted group, and that's the point. We don't want just to to be getting random likes from all over the country. We really want to be looking at getting people in this area to like the page and be interacting. And we just, as we said, we just started this. But we'll do the same process that we'll do people who like lashes. Okay, so that's fewer of 100. We don't need to worry about the city here. And then more importantly, so we know that these people like it. We can actually go and interact with these people directly as it is. Yeah. But what we really want to be doing, this is the exciting part with this, we can actually cater an ad to people or friends that have already liked this page. So the ad can be targeted and say, hey, listen, your friends liked Vibrant Lashes, you know, come and have a look at the page and like the page. And how we do that again is we just go to friends of people. Whoops. I wonder if that's going to work. Yeah, it's going to work. So we obviously, in here, we got a massive amount of people in here. So again, the easiest way to eliminate that is you just come in here and you go to Grafton. So these are people in Grafton of their friends of the people that have already liked the page. So, you know, if that doesn't start to get people excited, now we can go in and we can target ads specifically for any sort of business to people that are already interacting with that current business. And, you know, it's the old story, you know, friends tend to follow friends. So, you know, the opportunities of this are massive.
And that's a real, excuse me, that's a real warm welcoming that, you know, friends of friends, you know, invite them in to come and like it, to have a look at it and like it. It's not the old-fashioned cold calling, is it?
Well, not really. I mean, you know, look, there's going to be a few people who are going to say, you know, what are you on about? No matter where you advertise. I mean, I've had it where people say, you know, get off my Facebook wall. But, you know, realistically, this is social media. And if you don't want to be on it, don't be on it. I mean, you know, if you've got nothing to hide, or if you're doing nothing wrong, don't be in this if you don't want to socialise with people. It's that simple.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
The other thing we talked about, the beauty with this and what, you know, slight change of subject, what people should be doing is helping other businesses in the area. I mentioned that webinar I did yesterday, Michael, that you listened to. That
yes, yeah, you did.
You know,
and we've started doing that, Steve, actually.
Sorry?
We've actually started doing that. Mina's actually done that to a couple of coffee shops, etc., in the Grafton area, and it's coming up as, you know, Vibrant Lashes has liked that. You know, we've had, I think Mina's even put a photograph of a meal or something she did there, and just to say, look, it was a good meal, go check it out. It's just a way of supporting other businesses in the local area. I think you showed us how to do that, and that's a great idea. Yeah,
there's a few different ways of doing that, but the other thing you should be doing is putting it right on your post. In other words, posting something about that. If you go there for coffee and the coffee's good, you know, take a picture of it or take a picture of the hotel or whatever. It's a community thing. And, you know, if everybody in an area will get together and do this, it will explode your circle of influence. And that's what really this is about. So, you know, I've never seen an opportunity, and I know I keep going on about that, but I've never seen an opportunity because ever in all my years of marketing, and showing my age here, but I've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
And
no, you know, I agree. I think you know, my exposure to marketing is, you know, fairly basic, but just what you've shown me so far, and what I do know about marketing is, you know, I don't think there has ever been anything like this before. Something that can be so powerful, so targeted.
Yeah, and like for bigger businesses, I mean, you can go into this and you can go like to restaurants and you can go to, you know, have checked in at that restaurant, right? I mean, this is just a database, and this is really just the beginning of it. You can go into, you know, there's so many things, so many different ways of doing this. I mean, rather than sort of fumbling around and trying to do that, that would be a separate video for you know, bigger businesses.
Yeah, definitely.
This is more on just the graph search and the basics and how it works. But you can, you know, you can zoom in on interests, you can zoom in on gender, you can, I mean, obviously for this here, for this example here, we'd want to go, because, you know, it's an eyelash business, primarily, you'd want to be looking at females that are friends of friends that live in this particular region. And that's the beauty of this.
And that's the beauty of that, Steve. You've shown us that rather a few times, and that is extremely strong.
Oh yeah, but
especially for a, you know, even zooming in on men saying look after your wives or, you know, your partners, whatever it may be, for Valentine's Day or any promotion. It's such a great way of targeting in on specific people.
Exactly. I mean, you can target them with their employee, from their school, from their relatives, married to, relationship. I mean, it's never ending. So
Wow.
you can zoom in and out and make sure that you've got a reasonable sized list, and then you can target ads specifically to them. I mean, I've been talking to somebody about attracting, um, motor enthusiast groups, and actually just doing an ad that's targeting directly to those, and actually blatantly going and saying, hey, such and such from this group,
Yeah.
you're in this motor group, we'd love you to come and use our venue for your events or something. Because that's,
Wow.
instead of just calling one person up and trying to get that effect and chasing them down, you can spend and the other thing is, you don't have to spend a big amount of money. You can spend a small amount of money and target these businesses or target individuals.
Yes.
I mean, I can zoom right in if it's done the right way and target an individual. Michael, we're going to have to cut this short. I see somebody's just pulled up in the driveway here. But mate,
No
thanks
problems at all. It's
for your
good.
time with this.
Yep.
I'll talk to you soon. Talk to you later, eh?
Yep. Thanks, Steve. Excellent. Thank you.
See you, mate.